Hi folks, I hope you're doing all right. It's good to see you back again. Thanks for returning to the channel. My name's John. I live in the Philippines, in Cebu actually. I've been here for about 4 years and we've got a small house which is really nice and we enjoy living here. We do a lot of travelling, we do a lot of shopping and we just enjoy ourselves, literally. Anyway, this is our expenses, or what we spent in February 2026. Okay, for the internet we use PLDT, which is like it's like a modem, and you put a SIM card into it and you top it up every month, and it gives us really good internet because it's a 5G signal, and we live just literally about 300 yards from the antenna, or the cell tower as you call it. Anyway, the internet is 1,299. We've both got a phone, we've both got Samsungs. I've got the Samsung S22 and my wife's got the Samsung 15 something anyway. And the load for the two of us is 600 pesos per month, and that gives us unlimited phone calls and 3 gigabytes of internet each, which is not too bad, you know, because all we do on the road is she's playing on the phone, obviously, because this is what Filipinos do, and all I do is have it from my Spotify music. Anyway, electricity. Now we do have the aircon on all day long when we're in the house, but at night we have the aircon on all night long too. The reason is we both like to feel comfortable, and I don't really want to be sweating all night long in the bed, you know, so I think that's a nice little sacrifice to make. Water. Now this is the water that comes from the city. They didn't give us a bill for 3 months, so we had a little bit of a shocker when we got this one in. But then again, not really, because for the water, 1,080 pesos. Now 1,080 pesos for 3 months is not too bad. Mineral water. That's the little bottles. It's like a 5-gallon bottle, and you throw it onto a dispenser and you dispense your water. That's for drinking and washing the vegetables and washing things like that. But that actually come to 280 peso, which is not too bad, because I think it works out at 15 pesos a bottle, which is really cheap. Parking for the car, 300 peso. Now we do go out a lot in the car. We don't drive hundreds of miles in it, but we do go out in the car a lot. And the parking is 300 pesos, that's for the month. Lunches when we're out. We like our lunches out, and we go to either McDonald's or a Burger King or a Mang Inasal or a Jollibee. Well, she's not very fond of Jollibee, but it's okay. I like the chicken. But the lunches out come to 3,171 peso. Snacks. When she's in the house, she likes to eat packets of crisps, nuts, all sorts. You name it, she'll eat it. I don't know why she don't get fat, but she don't. She's 50 years old, but she still don't get fat. But the snacks come to 565 pesos. Grocery, S&R. Now for the main things, we go to S&R because I like my Kellogg's cornflakes, and we like decent food. We boil our chicken and mincemeat for like spaghetti bolognese, because I really enjoy my spaghetti bolognese. And we get all of the things that we actually need, like her face creams, and we use Aveeno body cream after we've had a shower to keep us nice and soft and subtle and looking young. Anyway, that come to 14,997 peso. Transportation. Now when we're going to Cebu City, we don't like to drive in the car because it takes about 4 hours to get there because of the traffic, because there's a place called Mandawi, and when you get to Mandawi, the traffic is horrendous, even on a Sunday, especially if you get there between 10 and 12 in the daytime, you know, because there's a lot of people going to work and coming home from work, and it always seems to be bottlenecked around there. I think one day they might think about making the roads wider, but they are already 3 lanes wide, you know, so let's hope they make it a little bit wider. But I think they'll have a problem there because there's a lot of houses and shops at the side of the road, but that's the reason we don't use the car so much. Right, for my I've had to get my second 13A visa. Now the actual price of the visa was 12,500 peso, but we had to get some annotations and affidavits, photos, plenty of paperwork to do it, but we did it all ourselves, and we've actually got an interview next Friday. But that come to 16,526 pesos. Lazada and Shopee. She likes to buy some clothes off Lazada and Shopee. She gets from some of the OK, but she likes to get a lot of clothes from Lazada or Shopee, and that come to 2,742 pesos. Gas for the car, 6,000 peso. The car's diesel. It's a Toyota pickup. It's really good on fuel, actually. I think for 100 kilometre it takes around about 8.4 litres, which is not bad for a diesel, you know, but it is a big pickup. Right, wet market, 5,683. We buy a lot of fish because we do like fish, prawns, and sometimes we do run out of chicken, so we buy it from the wet market, you know, because it is good quality where we go. And I don't get charged skin tax because they know me. I've actually went to the market vendors and I said, look, if you charge me skin tax, we'll know, and I won't come back. And they said, oh, okay, fair enough, you know. Right, salary. We've got a boat and we have a lady look after it. She don't have to do a lot. All she does is make sure nobody's stealing things from it. And we give her 600 pesos a month, which is not a lot of pesos. It's only a couple of quid, you know. But she's happy with that because it buys her food. Dentist. Now the wife had to go to the dentist because she got a chip in her tooth, and she went to the dentist to get a filling, and the dentist persuaded her that she needed a crown. Sorry, 3 crowns, because she found another 2 that was chips, and to have the 3 crowns and an adjustment on some teeth at the back cost 9,500 pesos. I know that's very, very cheap because I've had crowns in the UK and they've cost me 400, 500 pounds each. So I can't complain of that, but I wasn't very happy because I didn't think the work was necessary, but it's just one of those things. Survey. Now we're looking at buying another house. So we found a piece of land with a partially finished house on it. Well, it's actually halfway built. We've had a builder look at it and he says, buy it. The man who actually built this house here, he says, buy it, because the house alone is worth over $1 million as it stands. He says that the work they've put in would have cost over $1 million in materials and labour, because it is very, very strong. And obviously we had the earthquake last September and there's not even a crack in it, so I'm very, very happy with that. Comes with 400 square metres of land, but we'll make another video about that another day. Feeds. We got chickens. We got 12 chickens. Now these chickens give us a lot of eggs, believe it or not. They each give us on average 6 eggs a day, because the chicken's not going to lay every day. But if you work that out, it works out to a lot of eggs, and we've got plenty because she does a lot of cooking. She's got her own cooking channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And we eat a lot of eggs too. But the foods for the chicken actually comes to 1,635 peso, which is still not bad because, you know, they're greedy little guzzlers and we do look after them well. They're free range, but they've got a very, very big pen, which is big enough to call them free range, I suppose, but they're all happy. They're all... Anyway, Phil Health. Now we've both got Phil Health. As a foreigner, you have to pay 17,000 pesos a year, and you split it up into four quarters, and she pays about 200 pesos, 2,000 pesos a year, which is a big difference, but she is a Filipina and she's actually born here. So the Phil Health, the reason why I have it, is because if I get sick or ill, or I break a leg or something, or have an accident, you get a big chunk off your bill if you use Phil Health. Some people say, why haven't we got a proper healthcare in place? Truth is, I don't want to be paying £16,000 a year for, because I'm 68 years old, they want £16,000. I've already inquired and I'm not paying that much. So I shall pay for it myself, whatever comes up. And if anything big comes up, I've paid all my dues in the UK, so I'll go back to the UK. You know, but the Phil Health comes to 5,808 pesos. Laundry. I've said before, I married her because I love her. Not to do laundry all day, not to look after me and run after me. I've never asked her to do that. I mean, she enjoys the cooking and she enjoys the washing. There's some things she won't take to the laundry because they come back ruined. So she's got a spin dryer and she's got a washer. But I don't want her to be doing laundry all day long. I've watched these Filipinos do it for the foreigners, and they take a whole day just to do 3 or 4 days laundry. The reason is they're very meticulous, you know, because they don't want the reds to run into the whites, so they do everything separate there. And it's just one of those anyway. Laundry, 1,652 pesos. The grand total of that for the month. Oh, I forgot to add, we do own this house here, so we don't have to pay no rent. The grand total for the month, 83,098 pesos, which is a bargain. If you work that out into pound notes, that's £1,067.31, or in US dollars, that's $1,439.34. Now, I think that's very, very cheap. I couldn't live that cheap in the UK, not for two of us. Well, not the way we eat, because we eat very, very well. I mean, we have a cooked dinner every night, which, like I say, she enjoys cooking. So, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.